Hi everyone, it's Nubian Sun, Ra, back with another video. And today I just wanted to go back to a conversation that I was speaking on in my last video about the school system. And I wanted to speak on how it is a process in life that we go through to close our chakras and they steal energy from the children, basically. So one thing I noticed is that they not only rule and dictate where we direct our creative energy when we're children, because they have lesson planning, but they also restrict us from being able to take care of certain needs, and they also control eating, drinking while we are in their care when we're younger, right? So say like if you're in a public school, right? And in a public school, people usually talk about how ghetto it can be because it's low budgeted and low, funded. So just think about how the children have to eat whatever they are given. They are only drinking milk. They're not drinking any water. How often they go to school and from how long, like the periods of time they're in school. With all the things you think about, when it comes to school and exactly what the plan is, it is all lined up to close a chakra of some form. Just for starters, I'm going to speak on the heart chakra. Being able to have love and being able to forgive and being able to not have any grief, they kind of restrict that with a social environment that is putting all these children from different ages in one schoolhouse, and with all the things that's already operating against that child in a way, and then all of them being right like on top of each other in one school, it's setting up a recipe for disaster when there is no proper plan on how the children are being taught to, social, in social gatherings and things like that. It's like the teachers don't really go to school to teach us that. They taught us that in elementary, and then after that, it's like it disappeared, So it's a lot of grief because, when you're young, you don't really understand, like, why you're not being liked. And then, that's around the ages in middle school, high schools, when they teach you not everybody gonna like you. But in elementary school, it was about integrity. It was about sharing, all the positive things, and people don't look at it as anything of a big deal, but we do not really take in consideration how it's the little things. I always speak about the little things that affect us, and we don't see how it's affecting us because we are just so used to doing it after a while. We don't question it, That's another video, but, it's called cognitive dissonance or something like that. And another one I would like to talk about is the digestive system. For the time we are at home from school, that's 2 different times of the day where you can like have access to a bathroom whenever you need to go. in school, you're just like a puppy. They have to teach you how to hold, your urine and, feces and things, because there's a lesson being taught and you cannot interrupt the class. There are students that just go to the bathroom and disappear, but if everybody was to start doing that, they'd be like, no, can't nobody go to the bathroom. And they'll literally, unless you have a doctor's note, they tell you have to be here in this class, because not everybody could go to the bathroom, And it's just like in a house, if you got one bathroom, how many people want to have to use the bathroom at one time? Not everybody, but it's more than one person, more than two people, And the school is the same way. Just because we're in school don't mean it's anything different. I'm just saying. So with that being said, the digestive system is connected to the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra rules like the creative energy and self-esteem, confidence, and all that things. So you can say that it is, a way where you like food for thought, so the things they feed us, can also contribute to that. And it's like everything's connected. All the chakras are connected, because even if there's damage to the heart chakra with one action, it can be damaging to 3 different chakras, But in this case, we're talking about the sacral chakra. So with the sacral chakra, right, it's like we have to be able to be creative and, dance and write and things like that. And that's what school is about. They do exercise our sacral chakras, our chakras, but the twist is, what are we using this energy for? And we are children in the school, not knowing that it's all a bunch of magic, because it just seems as if it's normal, And like I always say in my videos, everything ain't always what it seemed to be. I know this by experience, and I keep this in the back of my mind, because it's important to actually be vigilant. So when you come across things like this, you actually can see it for what it is, The school not slick. They is not slick. I'm on to them. Is all I'm saying. Like it's a whole lot of other things that come into play when it comes to that, though. Like it's a little mini prison within itself, the school system. Because it's a meme going about that around Facebook about that too, like the portions they give, for lunch and breakfast, and it's like it's wild, but it's something that's real, and we don't realize, like, whenever we are sending our children to school, that is what's happening. There are people that are, woke to this, but we also understand that once you become woke to this, you have to start making moves accordingly to start removing your children from these public schools and get them into schools that best fit things that you want to teach them, even if you have to homeschool your children, And if you are a parent that you don't have no choice but to send your child to a public school for the time being, then you just pretty much have to school your children on the side. When you have time at home, make learning fun, because you have a limited amount of time if you have more children, or if you work, so it's a little bit of a challenge. But it's definitely possible, And I just feel like it's something that the children need to be able to thrive, because with just a school system teaching alone, it's like setting them up for failure. I mean, yeah, destiny is always at play. They're always going to get to where they need to get to when it's time to get there, divine timing and all of that. But we do not realize that we have some power to be able to slow down or speed up things. It's not about the destination. It's about what you do in between time. You know, I know that I say time is illusion, but in this scenario, let's say it's a time, because I'm speaking about speeding things up and slowing it down. And, you know, we slow ourselves down by not learning our lessons, not paying attention to signs, not taking messages, you know. And I'm not saying like it's a bad thing, because sometimes, you know, people find the beauty in, you know, things that's meant to destroy you, you know, like maybe it just wasn't time, because you really believe in divine timing, you know. But, you know, I always say it's always a time and a place and all of that for something. And I just feel like, you know, if you can do something, just do it. It's better to be safe than sorry, or whatever terminology sayings you want to say. But at the end of the day, I feel like it is what it is, you know. And yeah, it's like it's different routes that you could take if we just actually really think about it. A lot of people don't really want to get into all of that, because, you know, we do have what they call lazy parenting, or convenient, you know, because lazy might be too offensive. Convenient parenting, you know, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to do whatever they want to do, because it's by choice. But this video is just giving suggestions to other routes, you know, and, you know, we have choices. So that's my disclaimer for that. And I just feel like it's like being able to, you know, actually being able to actually put it into words where it's like you understand like what the system is doing with our children and their energy, you know. Alchemize. Take time out in the day, even if it's 10 minutes. You know, it don't have to be nothing ever extravagant. I put in one of my other videos is like all about the mind. As long as you are aware of something, you know, as long as it's in your mind and you fully understanding, overstanding it, is making moves because you planted a seed. You know, people take that for granted. They don't really understand how little details is really, like I said, small things in big packages. You know, and it's crazy because a lot of people wouldn't really believe in things like that, but there is people that do know that is real. So at the end of the day, it's like if you want to be the sheep or the wolf in that way. You know, I'm sorry, y'all. I come on here sometimes and I come to share this truth, right? And I just be so excited and I just laugh out of nowhere. I don't mean to do it on purpose. It's just I get excited because this is just something that, you know, I find life. It gives me life. Truth is like a fresh breath of air, you know, and it's like just also sunshine. There's water when you're thirsty, you know, it's everything. So it's like you can also find humor in it. You know, they have dark humor, you know, where it's like you'll look at somebody and be like, why would you say that? Or like, that's kind of, you know, that's kind of off, you know, just if it make you feel some type of way. But then you have like light humor, and I feel like it's equally as funny, you know, because there's some things that's kind of on, you know, the darker side of humor, and it's like actually really funny, you know, but it's like I stay on the lighter side of humor because for me, it's like that's what's truly funny, and it keeps me entertained, you know, because it's like with art, you know, a different genre of music. It might not be something that's like filling up your playlist, you know, but you could rock with some of it. Country music, you know, I listen to a little bit of country music, but my playlist is not filled with country music, you know, stuff like that. I know somebody can relate to that. I just want to share that for tonight. I hope you all are having a great day. I hope you are drinking your water, saying your affirmations, meditating, you know, staying balanced, and loving yourself. Peace and love.